My entry strategy, let me show you what that is, okay? Because you don't have to always get into the trade at the PD array that you're looking for. You're going to miss entry sometimes, folks. That's the reality of all this. You're not going to get your best entry every single time. You could be watching the chart, you could be dialed in, zero distractions, and you simply do not get in. What do you do in that case? But let's take a look at what it is that I use to get into the trade. This candlestick right here, and I have an arrow below and above the candlestick I'm denoting. That candlestick's open down to its low. That is its discount wick. In other words, it's the wick below the candlestick. We call them shadows or tails, and anything above as a wick would be obviously the wick, okay? So I'm denoting that midpoint or consequent encroachment of that lower portion of the candlestick that makes that wick or discount portion of the candlestick. That's this line right here, and I'm projecting it in the future. The next candle after that, you can see here I'm denoting it with that arrow here and that arrow here. I'm doing the same thing here. That wick, I'm highlighting the midpoint. This is my gray pool, okay? Algorithmic gray pool, you extend that in the future, okay? And that is your portion of where you can get in. Now, I already know what you're thinking. Wow, that's really not anywhere close to the inversion fair value gap or first presented fair value gap. Isn't that chasing price? I'll get to that in a moment because I already know what you're thinking. But right now, I want you to take a look at the entry. Okay, here's the entry, and look real close right there. You'll see that that is me getting in at the low of the gray pool. Okay, and now I'm going to show you up here me getting out of the trade. Right there, there's a little caret symbol saying I'm getting out at the high of the volume bounce in the daily chart. Folks, that is as perfect as you can get without getting in at the inversion fair value gap here. When we move away from the first presented fair value gap, because it's doing two things here, acting as a inversion fair value gap, which I told you it was going to act as way back here. Okay, so before it delivered it, and you can see on X, it goes down through it for the purposes of upsetting the liquidity that's resting below London's low and this low that formed. And then they rally it back up into the inversion fair value gap candidate. But does it offer that validation? Nope, it goes in there, goes right back out. You have to wait. You got to wait. And the market goes below that once more and then rallies above it, trades back down into it, and then runs away. That's validating it. That is verifying that that is absolutely what I said it was going to be at 9:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was going to deliver this way. Now I have to find another way of getting in. Now, let's say you didn't want to use the gray pool. Maybe you don't understand it. Maybe you don't want to touch it. It's complicated. It's complex. You're making it difficult, ICT. Okay. Well, I'm teaching technical science. If you want to do simple stuff, you can do my immediate rebalance, which is this candlestick's high. It rallies through it here, and then the next candle opens, trades right back down to that candle's high. That's an immediate rebalance. And the next candle or the next candle after that, price will start running. That rule of immediate rebalance, it sees price rip higher, and it goes right to that pool of liquidity as a very low-hanging fruit objective. In and of itself, that right there is enough to be content. If you're a brand new student, new trader, looking for a way to find setups, I'm literally laying it out there on a silver platter. But you have to determine what you're going to use as your model. You could have used these two consecutive down close candles here as my bullish order block, and right there and there, it gets you an entry. But now that first presented fair value gap, because we completed the weekly objective, my weekly objective, price has already booked what it should have done, then it's reasonable for price to do what? Start seeking discount arrays. Well, that would be starting in here, midpoint consequent encroachment of the daily volume imbalance, then the low of the daily volume imbalance, and the high of that April 2nd daily premium wick high. And then if it goes below that, what could we trade for? Back down into first presented fair value gap. So I'm going to extend this here in time. And I'm also going to show you that for those that were wondering, is this chasing price? No, it's still in a discount. Because if I'm looking for, as I mentioned in 9:47, 1 minute Eastern time, or not 1 minute Eastern time, 9:47 Eastern time today on X, that I would be using or looking for this 9:38 candle to act as an inversion fair value gap. It's the first presented fair value gap of the 9:30 to 10 o'clock opening range, which is 30 minutes. If I'm aiming to look for the setup here, and I believe that the high of that volume imbalance on the daily chart is my draw and liquidity, the perfect terminus exit for me. So I'm going to frame the entry off of the inversion fair value gap here, draw the fib up to that high of the volume imbalance. The 50% level of that range is here. So everything above that line is a premium. Anything below that line is a discount. So when I'm entering here inside this gray pool, am I entering at a premium? No. But we're going to extend that first presented fair value gap in the future, and now it becomes a discount array. So it's going to draw price down into it as it does right there and stops dead in its tracks where some random level of a consequent encroachment of the first presented fair value gap. Rallies back up to our old buy side liquidity here. Remember, liquidity pools can act just like any other array. Just because it went up here and swept that liquidity doesn't mean that they won't use that area again. Remember, the algorithm doesn't know how many orders are at that level. It's just going to go to that level to offer fair value to the marketplace, not for your purpose of entering a trade, but for smart money. So the market trades up there once more, breaks lower, fair value gap hits it here, trades down to first presented fair value gap again, and into this small little gap here. We won't go into that's not even that important. Rallies one more time, trades back into the first presented fair value gap, and trades up into this run here, back into this little gap, and then sells off back into the first presented fair value gap once more and trades back up. Now, keep an eye on the levels you see here, okay? 19,901.25 is that sell side liquidity pool from London's low. And then we have the old buy side liquidity. And then we have this line's going to disappear. It's not salient to what we're going to see in the afternoon. And then we're going to extend this daily volume imbalance over as well. And I'll leave this here for reference. Okay, so the chart looks slightly different, but there's your me exiting there in the daily volume imbalance, and it uses the first presented fair value gap to rally up and works that level, that old initial buy side that I gave you at 947 on X today in a post. Trades back up to the wick high of April 2nd, daily premium wick high, hits it perfectly, stops, comes back down to the old buy side liquidity pool, back up to the wick high, and then we're going to start looking for the afternoon session run that goes into last hour trading. We can see it one more time, trade up into that daily volume imbalance here, consolidates around the old buy side liquidity pool, and then breaks aggressively lower back down into the first presented fair value gap, trades through it, trades below the London low again, fails to get back to first presented fair value gap, and just gives up the ghost, breaking lower. And this level here is the midpoint of April 2nd, 2025's daily premium wick. That's the wick high, and this is half of that wick on the daily chart. It draws down to that and below it, consolidates around that, and then we start the new day in here with a new day opening gap.